Did you hear that? What's the internet? Man, what's the internet? This is why I'm flat out and Terry has 1 or 2 jobs. What's the internet? So we're changing the timing belt on a Subaru Forester. Now, inside of the engine you've got this whole vlog will just be timing belt on Subaru, 8 hours. A time lapse, 4 days. Inside of the engine you've got a couple of moving parts. You've got the pistons which go up and down. And you've got 2 valves, sometimes 4, but mostly 2. One opens to let fuel in. Then you get the compression and the explosion of the fuel. The piston comes down and comes back up, and the other valve opens to let the exhaust gas out. Now what the timing belt does, pretty much what it does is it times those at the correct times. Because they both take up the same space but at different times. So if the timing belt is out or the timing belt breaks, the valves will come down and the piston will go up and bend the valves. And when that happens, then the engine won't drive, and you'll need a head replacement at least, maybe a full engine rebuild. This is the belt down here that keeps everything in time. Now they last 5 years or 100,000 kilometres, at which point they've got to be changed. But with these belts, by looking at them, you can tell when they're worn out. I'll pull this one off, because you start to get these black lines in between the teeth, and that's a good indication that it needs to be changed. Other than that, there's no really way to tell they're worn out. Now, the good thing about these belts is they come with marks to line up on all the pulleys. I had a girl call me yesterday from Norseman. Never talked to her before, never seen her car. She bought a car without getting it checked. She drove up to Exmouth, had a good trip, then went to go and cross the Nullarbor. Seriously, never talked to her before. But she'd seen me on the Facebook page, Perth Backpacker Cars, you know, offering free advice and stuff. And they were going across the Nullarbor, and they heard a big bang. And then they got the car towed back to Norseman, which was about 400 k's. And the mechanic there said the engine is finished. And now they're stuck, because he said it's $5,000 to replace the engine or leave the car where you are. Even if they got it transported back to Perth where they'd get a cheaper engine, it's still going to cost about the same money. So this is why I tell everyone, just get the cars checked, you know, and just repeat myself all the time. And I don't know what it is why people don't get them checked. I wouldn't buy a house without getting a house inspection, so I don't know why people buy cars without checks. You like how clean all my tools and that are now? I actually had some time. Well, look, I took some advice from somebody, and it works on the as-if principle. So, to me, as you've seen, I leave a lot of stuff around because usually I'm very busy. But now what I do is I work as if, and I put all my tools back as if I'm one of those OCD guys. Same as when I get home now before William, to see my son, I go in and I act as if I'm an amazing father. And you know, in that turn you end up becoming that, you know. Just work on the as if principle. What's going on, Terry?
We're on TV again.
Always.
Fucking hell, I've been on
My fans, they want another video.
Hey?
My fans want another video.
Another video.
What do you got?
That tyre power, do they do good deals on tyres?
They're pretty good on price. There's tyre power next to Bunnings in O'Connor, yeah.
What's the phone number, you know?
Don't you know how to use the internet?
What internet?
What's the internet? What's the internet? Did you hear that? What's the internet? Man. That's it, all done. So yeah, just on the test drive, after doing a timing belt, I just keep an eye on the coolant temperature. Just make sure that stays midway. You got your phone in case it blows up, and we got Ola and that to get us back to the shop. Nah.
It's like we'll be walking. I'll make for a good vlog actually.
We'll be fine. I've got a seminar with Kerr and Ray and his team at the Pyramid Hotel. We have one every quarter and just go talk business stuff, listen to speakers, and yeah, always learning. I think the day you stop learning is the day that you're not alive anymore.